Lynn Carnes here with Creative Spirits Unleashed, and today I am here to talk about what happens when you take a career hit. The thing that's happened in the last few weeks is I've gotten a lot of phone calls from people that I have worked with that are potential clients or now clients who either figured out that they are not going to get promoted if they don't change something, or that they have had a job get eliminated, or that they are just ready to move on. So I think of it as it's time to move out or move on, or maybe up. And actually, I like up even better. The thing I started realizing was I was more or less telling everybody about the same things to do when this happens. So what I'm making this video for is just to share it with everybody that I know or that comes to my website, because I'm kind of repeating myself, and I think it might be useful for you to hear what I'm telling people who are right in the throes of losing a job, of sort of losing their way, oftentimes of just losing their passion or their motivation. So I'm going to give you 3 actions, 3 mindset shifts, and those are pivots. Those are 3 pivots, and then 3 practices. And I believe with all of those, it will make a huge difference in how you feel about yourself every day when you get up and decide whether to go deal with whatever it is you're dealing with. My own experience was when I got that phone call that says, hey, guess what? We're eliminating your job. It was sort of a kick in the gut, and at the same time, it was a little bit like somebody cut the thread and unleashed me. And that's probably why I call my business Creative Spirits Unleashed. So I'm gonna just start with, these are 3 actions that I think almost everybody can take, should take, may have already taken if you're in this place. But I'm gonna do an unusual one to get you ready, because I already know if you're in this place, you're either dusting off your resume and your LinkedIn profile, or you're about to. But if you haven't, or even if you have, do this. Make a list of everything that you've done, minimum of 25 things in the last year. I would prefer to see you do 100. A list on one side of the column, all the great things that you've done in the last year. And then on the right-hand side, put down what is so great about that. So here's the awesome thing I did, and here's why it's so great. This is going to do a couple of things. It's going to make you feel a lot more confident about yourself, but it's also going to give you probably some new food for thought for your LinkedIn profile and your resume. Something my coach does with me at least once a quarter. I suggest doing it yourself. Second thing in terms of actions is, you already know probably to fire up your network, let your network know what's going on. And the third thing is to start thinking about who is going to be your sounding board, your coach, your mastermind. A lot of people don't realize that people that are out in the world on their own, that are not working in a company like me, almost everybody you see putting themselves out there in an entrepreneurial way, are in some sort of mastermind. A great example, for example, is Vistage, which is sort of the CEO's known as a peer group. Get your peer group. It may be other people you've worked with, but or that are losing their job, but get a peer group or a coach. Get somebody else to be a sounding board for you. So those are the 3 actions. The 3 practices that I want you to start doing right away, one is going to seem so obvious, but it's breathe. The interesting thing is, we can do so much with the kind of monkey mind fear thing that happens if we'll just breathe. And there's more than one way to breathe. The way we usually breathe is shallow. I suggest learning how to breathe deeply, but there's also some very, very good, very specific types of breath that you can use. And if you are interested in those, go to my website at lynncarnes.com. There is a link on the homepage that gives you a free set of 4 breaths that you can use to just deal with sort of that immediate monkey mind stuff that goes on. Everybody's got that. The second thing is, if you have not started a meditation practice, once upon a time when I first started teaching meditation, which was years ago, people thought that was the craziest thing. I will tell you, based on a lot of research, somewhere between 80 and 90% of world-class performers have some sort of meditation practice. And that's true whether they're an athlete, in Wall Street, military, And there's a lot of ways to meditate, but I suggest you find a way. And there's a lot of apps for that now. So get an app. Calm, Headspace, Oak are 3 of my favorites. So get one of those. Think about meditating. It's going to make a huge difference. And specifically be meditating in a way that gets you grounded, because the more grounded you are, the more confident you're going to seem. And the more confident you seem, the more likely people are going to want to hire you. The final thing is, on the 3 practices, is practice daily gratitude. If you have been shaken up, it is real easy to start seeing the world with scarcity. But if you're watching this video, chances are you have a roof over your head and you woke up this morning. I suggest really taking some time to be grateful every day for what you do have instead of what you don't have. Now, the thing I have learned in working with my clients when these things happen is that there's certain kinds of mindsets that we either live in or get stuck in that we want to make stronger, because our mindset oozes from our bodies. How you are feeling, you know this. You walk into a store and you can tell me which clerk is confident and which clerk is not confident. Which clerk is needy and which person is not. You know this at work. And the last thing you need to be at this stage of your career is oozing any kind of please hire me desperation. And it's so easy to get in that place because, you know, you're looking at your bills, you're looking at your situation and going, I need a job, or I need clients. So let's look at the mindset shifts that you can make that will actually make that happen more easily for you. The first one is, I want you to go from that sort of needy, convincing type of mindset to an empowered mindset. This is where you do not go like hat in hand, I hope you'll give me something, but more like knowing your value. And if you don't understand how to know your value, a lot of my blogs talk about this at lynncarnes.com. You know, it's just lynncarnes.com blog, and you can see a lot of writing I've done on how to know your value. The second shift I want you to think about is to go from getting to giving. And this is what I mean. This is one of the greatest secrets, is offer yourself, your best self, sometimes your most weird self, but offer to give other people things that they might need. When you think about firing up your network, don't just go to people who are likely to give you a job, but to people where you might actually have something you can give them, and start offering things that might be of use to them. It's amazing what happens. It can shift that downward spiral when you start giving. And one of the things that I've actually learned, this is like a principle of like when cash is scarce, is to actually be more generous. It doesn't necessarily mean go deeper into your pocketbook or get rid of all the money you have. But at that very moment when you're thinking, gosh, you know what, I cannot give an extra $10 to this, or I just don't have anything to spare, reach down inside and find a way to spare it, and you can actually reverse the cycle. I've experimented with this for years. I suggest you do. It really does work. And the final thing that I would suggest you do mindset-wise, this is another pivot, is you're going to be very tempted to want to go prove your worth. Remember, we started at the top kind of knowing your worth. We're human. We want to prove our worth. I catch myself every day kind of wanting to prove myself to somebody. But here's the thing. A proving mindset is a fixed mindset. It is stuck. It is, this is as good as I'm going to get, and I'm going to try to show you what's there. Today's world is moving too fast for people to be in a proving mindset. It is too fast for you to be caught up in being only as good as you are yesterday. You need to be better today and even better tomorrow. And that means going into an improving mindset or a learning mindset. So here's what you can do. You pivot from a proving mindset to an improving mindset, which says, I'm going to learn, I'm going to listen, I'm going to pay attention. And what I'm really going to do is develop what I think of as those invisible tools. This is sort of the things that actually drive us on the inside to learn and grow. And I almost guarantee you that when you're talking to people who you might want to work with, whether it's a new boss or it's clients, or maybe it's a new volunteer job or some kind of nonprofit board, the person who approaches them from a mindset of, I want to get better, I'm here to learn and I'm here to serve, is going to do a heck of a lot better than somebody that comes in and says, look how great I am, let me show you what I can do. So that's my thoughts. Now on the, if you are really interested in learning more about a lot of what I've said today, and especially around that shift from proving to improving, I'm going to offer a free article. It's called Leading Under Pressure from Proving to Improving. And super easy to do on this web. If you're watching this from my website, you should be able to see a little sign-up box that offers this article. You give me your email, and what I'm going to do then is actually make it super easy for you to get on my blog. So, and if you sign up and want the article and don't want the blog, that's cool. It's called the Coaching Digest. It goes out twice a month. It's thought-provoking ways for you to really think about sort of staying in that improving mindset, living in what I call the discomfort, the froth of the edge of your capability. But if you are interested in that, put in your email and we will send you the Coaching Digest twice a month. I really hope wish you the best on your moving on, moving up, moving out, and look forward to seeing you on the blog.